Hello, folks.
I think we're back.
We are.
The war of attrition has begun again.
Thank heavens you're here. I convinced them not to go without you.
I say that because I'm currently fighting with somebody. So, you know what? Fuck it.
I didn't have a waypoint.
Either.
We have a heading. Mephisto shelters in the Cathedral of Hatred. Across the Sea of Fire, Astaroth's domain. I'd wager that's why Lilith freed him in school.
Man, I gotta run. Can't go that way.
You've been hounding me about this and that non-stop. Can you drop it for once?
It's not about me hounding you. It's...
Enough! You're both so smart usually.
I mean, hey, if we kill two birds with one stone though today, because we managed to finish it, I know that's what you're real excited about, but
we're really close.
If Inarius has it,
well, we should, you know, sort ourselves out.
It's the only way to get to Lilith's defeat.
We do have things we have to do today.
You're all wrong about that.
We gotta do the things, Dad. We gotta do it.
The prime evil. You know his powers of manipulation. His hatred has already poisoned us. Even Lilith fears him. Why don't you?
Are
Wait.
you done?
Do we want to see the blood petals? Or just go?
Well, it's that cutscene of... You have to watch it anyway, but you could just skippy dippy. Basically, it's the whole murdering the angel and everybody...
Bye!
What'd you see?
Whether we use
Me
you or
shitting
the
on your
stone,
grave, I don't know.
We have to stop her. We follow her.
Burning hells.
As opposed to...
Icy hells.
Well, hell froze over, I guess.
Huh? Gates of Sanctuary.
Everything feels wrong here. The air, the ground.
Mortals were not meant to tread this realm.
The sooner we can find Lilith and get out, the better.
Here we go.
So... I mean, think about it this way, Dad. We still have a bunch of stuff we gotta do. It's a bunch of stuff that I need to do. I know you want to play games, but we do need to...
Get some things done.
Yeah.
And running. They seem to want to try to slow me down. It's not working out so well for them.
It never does! Let me think. We were mentioning Ren Fair for a second there.
Looks like the rear guard is ambushed.
I do need to get back into my writing, though. Oh, yeah, that thing that I was going to talk to you about the other day. So, remember I told you there was a scene that was requested for me to make that I'm uncomfortable with?
Uh-huh.
I'm still uncomfortable with it. That part hasn't changed. Is there a way to, like, fix it? I wanted to try workshopping it with you at one point.
Okay.
So, essentially, when this originally came about, because I was like, I need to make 3 to 4 years worth of time for this character to go through to pass by, you know?
Okay.
Like, they're just passing through time now. As it's kind of... The book mirrors itself on accident. I've just realized that when I was...
Going through things?
When I was looking over the draft again, I'm like, oh... Well, I was looking over the outline, actually. I was looking over the outline, and I'm like, this book mirrors itself on accident.
Can't carry anymore.
Like, it's kind of the same book if you flip it, if you fold it in half.
Well, I'm currently
So-
out of space.
I was like, what can I do to parallel the chapter that mirrors this one? And so I generalized the events, being like, okay, there's a trauma event, there's another trauma event, there's a scary event, there's a bunch of stuff that happens. And so I'm brainstorming it with Gandalf and Ellen, and we're talking about how to workshop it. We agreed to, we figured out how to workshop it, and we tried to make it work. And
Okay.
the trauma event that was come up with at the time was death in the motel.
Okay. Which again, you said you didn't want to do, so...
It makes me extremely uncomfortable. Like, anyone who knows my style, and I doubt most of you do, from like the stuff that I've written in the podcast that I've been part of for so long, that is now going to become a novel that is going to be redone like 10 billion times.
Hellfire.
Like, we've beaten this horse to death
keep
more
us
sufficiently
out.
than you can
To
think.
keep someone in.
We'll know soon. Stand back, and I'll dispel the flames.
So,
Demons!
the problem with this workshop is that it's like, I normally do bloody, gory death.
Yeah.
I rip people to shreds, I give people nightmares, I make people vomit, like I do horror. I can do horror. I am extremely uncomfortable with the way this person died, like to the point that it feels like the character themselves does not want to remember it or talk about it. At all. Like, I basically wrote that someone died in the motel of, like, an overdose.
Which would be fair.
They've been dead for a couple days, obviously, like, they're gone. And I don't talk about it much, and it bothers me so much to my core, I just can't do it. Part of me wonders if I should even keep the scene. You should probably teleport back and fix that.
This is where the proper battle was fought.
You didn't stand a chance.
Fodder for a broken angel.
Go, Vashad.
So, the problem that I'm experiencing is...
I'm sorry, I have to go fix my over-encumbredness.
Yeah.
Well, technically just full inventory, not even over-encumbered.
The current problem that I'm experiencing with this is that it's giving me such severe roadblock that it's starting to affect other aspects of my writing. And it's... Like, it makes me not want to even touch the book anymore.
What will it be?
It's that severe. Like, it's so hard to move forward past it.
Okay, we're good. I can move. Moving on. Back we go.
What would you suggest? Because part of me thinks I should just cut it. I should just cut the scene, leave it completely deleted, do not even, like, repeat, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Nope. Like, I don't
Doesn't sound
even...
like a bad thing.
I don't even... Wait, you missed. Blue. Blah, 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 blah. But so, I don't... You wanted to try to workshop it with me at one point, because...
And you were saying that you just didn't want to do it, so that's fine.
Because you were wondering, like, what's the significance? And I'm like,
Is there any?
Even she didn't.
it's just to mirror, it's just a trauma event to mirror the thing. To mirror the chapter that is kind of its mirror. Just because, like, I need 3 to 4 years worth of time, do I really want to kill somebody in this place?
Or do you want to keep it as kind of her safe space that's...
I don't know. She's opposed to talking about it, if that makes sense.
It does.
And I'm really...
It's almost like the character just doesn't want that in there.
I mean, to be
It's a
fair...
space that she feels she just doesn't want.
With part of the universe that it is, I did kill somebody in that motel in a previous chapter. As, like, to hint at the mystical nature and, like, what's going on in this place. But...
Yes, but keep your
I don't know. I guess drugged overdose feels too realistic and too much. I don't know. She's just really uncomfortable.
Ooh, there was a boat up. Everybody seems to use it.
Oh, well, yeah. That's in, like, all lore. It's in D&D. It's everywhere.
Everybody has their own version of what it is. It's just... It seems like everybody uses that card. Come on, let's go.
So, it's... I should probably just leave it out then, right? But, like,
I said,
for the sake of...
If that's the way you're feeling, then that's fine.
For the sake of mirroring, like, what could I fucking replace that with? I think the original trauma event, if I remember correctly, and it's been a while, so, like, a year at least since 2 years since I wrote the hell that was chapter 11 or something like that. Block 4 was a pain in my butt. I'm trying to think. What was it? I'm struggling to remember what the hell was what brought this on in the first place. Because there was a lot of bad things that happened. I think one of her trauma events was that she got ravaged by dogs and was left to die almost.
Oh, okay. So all the way back there. Nice. I mean, if you really wanted to mirror that, there's easier ways to do that.
I can't remember if I listed that as, like, scary event or trauma event. Go for it.
Watch out! Something's bombarding us.
It's coming from the high ground.
Help me put up the bulwark. Hitsulan.
Yeah, no, it's been a very long time. I'd probably have to reread it.
Oh, that's what I'm supposed to go. Okay. I forgot which way I was supposed to go. That's alright.
The balance of power in hell will be overturned. This is not over yet.
For people who are wondering, I'm looking in the background to figure out where the hell...
Where did it go?
still remember the words to the bulwark?
I'm the one who taught you that spell.
Tani subtile kitos.
Yeah, no, that's the
More of this.
Tani subtile kitos.
Heed my call, Karun. Strike down the enemy.
oh, the trauma event was
These guys die a little too fast.
yeah. So I think we flipped it around. The trauma event technically was her being ravaged by dogs and almost dying. And the scary event was technically supposed to be when the pimp came home and started beating the shit out of people for money.
Not for long. Let's find another route.
Currently, I still have a scary event to get through where a lady brings a dog home and Z is terrified. But the death in the motel, I think, is to reflect her almost dying. Or at least passing the fuck out in the streets.
Okay.
What do you think it could be instead? Something very upsetting that could have happened, because, like,
There's all kinds.
she had to clean up after a dead body.
Yeah.
And she's not happy about it.
Which could be anything from, say,
All hail Lilith, Queen of Hatred.
Because, like, I don't like the death in the motel thing. I don't like that she's cleaning up after a dead body for some reason, and she doesn't like it either. She doesn't want to talk about it.
okay. Which is fair enough.
I mean, I've beaten this kid up so much. It's getting kind of old in a way. Like, the entire story is literally just me taking a kid and using her as a personal punching bag.
Basically.
I mean, do you think it's something critical that should be talked about?
It depends on what it is to the story. Is it a necessity? Or is it just somebody doing a filler?
I'm just trying to fill time, really. To
Okay.
make time move.
Then it could be anything as simple as, say, somebody brought in one of the dogs that were astray or something, and it happened to die during
taking charge, Don.
trying to help it.
So
I
Ellen's
can see why you
research
would
for
take my
motels and
stumble.
such is Schitt's Creek. That's
said
what
a
she wanted me to
compliment?
watch in order to get ideas
Someone
for how to write about a
write this
motel.
down.
And I'm like,
Memorialize
Don't
the
need that.
moment.
this isn't run by rich people, because I've heard that's a thing.
It can be.
That's what Schitt's Creek is. This is run by, I mean, people who haven't been truly rolling in it, but they're not homeless. Like, this whole ordeal is... I'm trying to think of how best to phrase this.
Because again, it depends on how relevant it is to the story.
It's
The
not.
more relevance it is to the story, the more detail and things you need to give to it.
Basically, I'm trying to get Z to grow up.
Okay. Then give
That's-
her things to grow up with.
The entire chapter is her growing up over 3 to 4 years instead of the first one, which was like 1 to 2. And it's making enough meat that time passes. I got a bunch of other things on the docket. Like I'm barely halfway through the plan, if that makes sense. And aside from people getting in my way when it comes to the writing, you know, spending time with me and impeding my progress, it's just a struggle to get through it because she does not like what I'm writing.
Again, the vast majority of it depends on...
Nor do I know how to write this shit. Like, in terms of knowing how to write a rich, snobby lady coming in with her little schnauzer or something, her little purse pooch, and that's scaring the crap out of Z because the dog is fussy.
Well, also, small dogs tend to be more noisy. They tend to be more aggressive in a lot of cases.
Yeah, well, the way that I approach the dog violence in the book is that I don't stereotype it as the pit bulls or any of that. Like, any dog can be violent and any dog can be sweet as hell.
Uh-huh.
It's just how the dog is.
It's dependent upon the owner.
So I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to reflect the violent nature of anything. That's why when the first dog stuff comes around, I'm like, black Labradors, little bulldogs, like, nothing super stereotypical.
That's why I said the majority of it depends on the relevance.
For fuck's sake, one of them could be a dachshund. It still hurts. Honestly, it is just to mirror the first one. That's the reason that it's there. But I'm not partial to this one, and I feel like I should just cut it because it's so uncomfortable.
Okay. But again...
And I do think it's funny that that's where I draw the line a little bit, because it's like, I wrote about a girl snuggling up on the, like, basically porta-pots to another person who's using said porta-pots. Like, just being real creepy and uncomfortable. I wrote about one of them having a drug addiction and hinting at that because of there being needles present. I have hinted at so much shit and written about so much shit that's uncomfortable, and yet this is where I draw the line.
Laura.
I can't remember if we're almost to the thing. Nope, Mephisto's door.
Not far.
You're almost there. You still have to wait for this particular event that's coming up to happen. Because there's something terrible that happens here. You also have to go through the nightmare dream thing.
This thing.
Lilith was here. I see the blood petals.
Oh, this might be the, that whole cutscene, because this is where something... Yeah, the oh we go type thing, you know, like the
It's where she makes
the
the
march.
one stone.
No, this is where she straight up killed Inarius. She ripped off his wings. He is dead.
So, one of the main idiots for the humans.
Shish.
She's already gone.
What's now?
I have an idea. I will prepare the sightless eye.
I love that there's a convenient table for it right there.
Always.
There's always a convenient table whenever you need the convenient table. The table of suspicious
must find
convenience.
The only way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bad shit just happened. Which is an understatement.
All the pills are done.
Just defend yourselves. So,
Defend? Who's worried about defending? Just kill everything.
I don't know, what should I...
Donan, you're bleeding.
What do you think I should do?
Personally?
Because I feel like I need something to replace it just to establish, like, time is moving, but I don't know what kind of... There are certain things that I'm not exposing Z to because it makes me uncomfortable, and there's, I mean, like...
Foolish of you to use the eye again.
Oh, that's
What
right.
is this?
Can't skip this.
Yeah...
Where am I?
She controls you now.
A prisoner in your own mind. I could keep you here forever. But I will offer you a different fate.
She sounds like Teresa from Fable, honestly.
Uh-huh.
You could be Sanctuary's greatest protector.
Like, I hear it now.
But only if you choose to.
Why would we choose to be Sanctuary's greatest protector when you have done everything you can to...
Caroline Faber.
I will show you why the world has need of you. Ever since you drank my blood, I have been a part of you. I always will be. I carry your hopes and fears in my heart. I gifted humans with free will, but they are lost, without a shepherd to guide them.
Shameful. Our Father has granted you a path to salvation. And yet you stray from it at every opportunity.
And people submit to the spectacle.
Oh no, it's someone else. I mean, they sound kind of they have like the same kind of... It's just her voice is not as deep. Oi.
Yes, but they are only keepers of knowledge. They cannot do what you do.
This is number 4, so we have like one more left. And then you should be at her, but...
Oh, I'm going to...
Find a place to
right now.
pause as you go through the nightmare. Being as you have like 30 seconds left.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so dark.
Oh. Here you go. I still got your necklace, buddy.
My son was so human of Anarius to think the prophecy was all about him.
Blessed Mother.
She must love that you're moving so quickly through this place.
The one to save Sanctuary. But he was wrong. A human must lead the flock of humans.
And speaking of, stop.
You.
I am no one's savior.
And speaking of not being able to save people, we have currently got this thing called We Gotta Stop.
For the moment.
So subscribe if you guys want to. We don't really care if you do, but if you do, you get to see more content like this. And don't forget to ding dong the bell, you ding dongs.
Have a really wonderful day. Alright, back outside I go.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll start working on some dishes, or should I do the piping?